Good
Hello,
evening.
hello, and welcome to the 1, 2, 3,
Fourth.
4 live stream of the webcast.
So the Wedcast is a fortnightly live wedding show.
It is. Let's chat weddings. I'm like digging that groove.
Oh, I'm digging them all. I'm digging them
Yeah.
all. It's
Yeah.
all good. It's all good.
It's all good in the hood. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you. How are you?
Very good. Audio issues right now are looking brilliant.
Yeah, I know, for a change.
But let's not kill the vibe right now, because every
I
time
think you probably jinxed
it's not
it.
wrong. But right now it's looking really cool.
That's
Hello,
cool,
everybody
that's cool.
watching from Facebook and YouTube. Hello. So we are. Who are you, James?
So my name's James Hawker. I'm a wedding magician. My company name is very creatively called James Hawker Magic. I provide wedding entertainment, amongst other things, mainly during the lull periods of the wedding day, which every wedding has. And we'll talk more about that during the show.
It's all about today's show. My name is Les Davis. Hi, from Clicks Photography and Film. I'm a wedding photographer and videographer. Been doing this for around probably the same time as James. I think we worked out, didn't we, a couple of episodes ago. Around about 13 years-ish. Really enjoying my wedding life and the wedcast life right now. Is quite nice because of lockdown. This has given us the opportunity to help bride and grooms out, which is something we both enjoy doing.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that I don't know if we'll talk about the announcement now, but I know they announced in England that weddings are going ahead or are allowed to go ahead now with 30 people, maximum of 30 people. So that's news. So if people are worried about weddings happening later on in the year, it looks like that's starting to change. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like weddings are on a bounce back, which is really positive. I mean,
Absolutely.
something we can take from, and I mean, okay, it's not Wales yet. We're talking about London and Boris and his gang, and but fingers crossed we follow suit very soon. And I think it's really positive. The weddings are making a comeback, which is beneficial for us all.
Yeah, 100%.
Hi, Alex. Saying hello. How are you? Okay, cool. So today's show is all about entertaining.
Wedding entertainment.
Yeah, how to entertain your guests, because I mean, come on, it's one of them things where we all think our weddings are amazing. Mine was best wedding in the world. But there are times where guests can get a little bit bored because it's a long old day, full of wine, full of food. And then there's points in the day we're thinking, wow, do you know what I mean? I'm flagging a little bit. And we're going to think about things and ways and how to make people happy all the way through your wedding day, because it is a big task, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's an important consideration as well. But crucially, we're not just going to talk about things that cost money, because there are things you can do for little or no cost that make a difference and do keep people entertained. But we'll come on to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
So should we say at this point, because we kind of always do, what the wedcast is and what it isn't?
Yeah, of course.
So as I alluded to just now, it's a fortnightly live wedding show, but we got some news on that as well, haven't we?
Yeah, do you want to mention
the fortnightly aspect? Yeah. And it just gives you the chance to speak to wedding professionals in an open and honest kind of format and ask the questions that you want to know, you want answers to. And that's really all the wedcast is. It's not about, Les? It's not
about QVC. It's not about selling. We're not trying to be a online wedding fair, because, like I always say, it's too stressful doing all that. I've seen people doing it. It's not what we are. We are just two friends who are heavily involved in weddings, wanted to give information to bride and grooms, and we bring on guests each week who can also contribute to that chat that we're going to have. And the people that we respect and we think can do really good services,
Yeah, agreed.
So, should we bring in our first guest?
Les, absolutely.
So, today's guest is Mr. Leighton Brookfield. Now, I've known Leighton a very long time. Leighton heads up Ultrabooth, who, in my opinion, if Ultrabooth are not at the wedding, I always wonder why. because they seem to be at every wedding I'm at, which is, credit to them and their business. Brides and grooms generally, obviously love what they do, because I think they're there more than vicars, to be honest, at a wedding. If vicar's not a wedding, I wouldn't worry. If Leighton and one of his gang are there, I think there's something wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So so let's bring him in, Mr. Leighton Brookfield. That's his name. See you there?
There he is.
Do you notice I messed it up? That's his name, though. Ready? There he is.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, good evening.
You were looking sharp.
Very sharp.
Thank you. Well, I've just had a new haircut.
Wow.
Compliments of the wife.
Do you know what? I've been having lockdown haircuts as well.
Yeah. Lockdown.
My 5-year-old son gave me mine, unfortunately.
That's right.
Oh, thanks, bud.
Oh, it's quite dark in there. So,
it's grown a bit, though, because you did have it shaved to wood, didn't you, James?
Yeah, it was the minimum it could be. It looked awful, really, but it's improving. It's improving.
Hey, you never know. With weddings back on the scene now, hairdressers are coming back. We may get a tidy haircut. Although I think Leighton's is pretty good, mind, in all fairness to his wife.
Me too.
You want to see the side?
Is there? Coming in. Ooh.
Head on, it's all right.
A lot of grey I got coming in.
Well, the good thing is, if you go short on the sides, you kind of cut the grey away. So you get about 2 days of no grey, and then it comes back then.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take your advice there. Okay, so
cut if you want.
Yeah, I like that. More than 5 miles though. Okay, so you are Mr. Ultrabooth. And I know I was joking a little bit there, but honestly, there is a bit of truth in it. That I would say that most weddings that I'm at, you or definitely one of your team are there delivering a photo booth or some other service. So the reason we wanted to have you on is because we feel like you've got a lot to offer people, and clearly you do, because was at a lot of weddings. But it's not just booths you do. So I just wondering, I was hoping that you would come on so we can discuss and have a chat a little bit about what you do, really.
Yeah.
So you are Ultrabooth, as we said. Been going about 8 years now, maybe something like that, I think.
Yeah, 8 years. It'll be we started in November 2012. So
seems such a long time ago now.
Into about 8.5 years now.
Wow. And website ultrabooth.co.uk. We'll pull that up a little later now for people to have a little look at as well.
Yeah.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about, it's not just, you call it Ultrabooth because you probably started out with just booths, was it? And then you've expanded now.
Well, the name Ultrabooth, the reason it was called that was because I wanted to do more than just photos inside the booth.
Yeah.
I know that the technology was around at the time with kind of green screen video messaging, and then I wanted always to do karaoke from inside the booth. So that's where the name Ultrabooth came from, because it was kind of doing more than just a photo booth, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
And tell us a little bit about what else you do, because you're not just photo booths now, I believe.
Well, we pretty much do most, apart from being a sort of, anything you can hire for your entertainment, we sort of do. So we kicked off a photo booths, like I said, 8 years ago. We went into the magic mirrors. I think you were one of the first ones we did for your wedding in the Leckwin Hall there.
Come on.
Yeah, you're one of the first. Well, we were the first company in Wales to we imported it from the US, the first magic mirror. That's good about 5 years ago now, is it, Les?
It is. Oh God, you're asking me live now. Like, come on.
Yeah,
it was probably less than that. Like, I think it's about 4-ish.
4 years, yeah. Well, I hadn't had it long, because you wanted a photo booth, didn't you? And I said, when you have this is the new thing.
You did. I remember it. And you said, I got this thing. I brought this thing along. It's brand new. It's nobody's ever had one before. Do you want to bring it in? I was thinking, oh well, yeah, definitely. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let's have it.
I got to be fair. Everybody loved it because it was just new. But I mean, trends move so quickly, and I think that's benefit to you and your company is you keep up with them trends, which is amazing. I
think you got to. The wedding entertainment industry just changed. Well, not just the entertainment, the whole thing just changes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So quick. and you get left behind if you don't take risks. You're gonna get left behind. Not everything you try works. Lots of the stuff I've tried hasn't worked, but that's just how it is. But the magic mirror was probably, apart from the actual photo booth, that's probably the next biggest thing we kind of brought to the table in Wales.
Yeah.
Is it worth mentioning or talking about what the magic mirror is in case people haven't seen one? I know.
Oh, right, okay. Well, basically, the magic mirror is a photo booth inside a mirror. So what you have, it's a big rectangular kind of a dressing up mirror you stand in front of, and there's kind of a sort of a two-way glass. It's called mirror view glass, it's called, but we call it, say, a two-way glass. So behind that glass, you will have a camera, a screen, and touchscreen technology. So basically,
on your website, so this
there we are.
Yeah, that's it there.
Yeah.
If you go up a little bit on the page, keep going. You'll see down a bit. You see some tabs there. It says Ultra Mirror. That's it. You got it. So there's a video there that shows it in action.
This one here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So you touch the screen, you get animated graphics playing, telling you what to do, and then ultimately it takes a photo view and then gives you opportunity as well to write or put an emoji onto your print via the touchscreen.
They're really good fun, aren't they? And I think they look quite classy as well, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. When they came out 4 or 5 years ago, it was wowing everyone. Everyone was like, "Wow, what the hell is this?" And everyone has seen a magic mirror now. They're still popular, but it's. I wouldn't say it's more popular than the photo booth. Kind of people are. Some people like the mirror. Some people like the photo booth.
Yeah,
I think with the. Sorry, Les. I think with the trends, if you go to your friend's wedding and they've had something, you kind of want a different version of that usually, don't you? That's why trends like are kind of cyclical, innit? Because you can't be seen to copy your friend.
Yeah, you're right. Because basically,
you won't have exactly the same.
It's a photo opportunity. It's just presented in a different shell. One is absolutely a photo booth.
Yeah,
and then you've got the mirrors, but they've all got a camera, and they just take your photo and print it out. And
I quite like this because it shows that. I mean, the old traditional photo booth, like the old passport photos, I guess this is where they're all deranged from, I guess. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then moving along, and I mean, I've seen this with you in a couple of wedding phases. This photo doesn't do it justice. I mean, the craftsman work on this wood is crazy, James. It's really beautiful.
I've seen it.
Have you? It's absolutely stunning made, and it'd look awesome in your wedding. Like, it's not, it'll complement whatever style you got, I guess, in a wedding.
I think it'd look awesome anyway. I contemplate having it in my house if I could afford it. Like,
do you know the V box there? I would say it's probably taken the most bookings out of all at the minute out of all the photo booths. I'd say that one is probably taken the most, and probably because it is new. I think if the photo booth came out now and nobody had ever seen it, probably that's what everybody. But as like you said earlier, if you've been to a wedding, your friend's got a photo booth, like you want one, but you want something a little bit different.
Yeah, absolutely. And
it depends, I suppose, depends on the venue. Like the V box does look nice in kind of the rustic-y type venues. Down at Gower, we got Ferry Hill, Old Walls. It looks lovely there. And Coit House, it looks really nice there as well.
And so the V box is basically it is a photo booth, obviously, but so it works. Is that touch screen I can see in the front?
Yeah. Well, the thing, if I'll tell you the story on the V box, obviously the V box came after the mirrors. Now the mirrors they're full of technology. It's very visual. You've got all those animated graphics. It's in your face. Great. Now when we designed the V box, we wanted to have the same technology but stripped back. So it wasn't all about the big mirror and the animations. It was more about the kind of the look of it. So it would fit it, into the venue. Because sometimes the mirrors do look out of place in venues, depending on the venue. Like the Hollywood mirror, say, for instance, in Coit House, just wouldn't look right in there.
Yeah, I get that.
But the V-Box it looks part of the furniture.
Yeah.
And it's
100%.
without we're kind of looking for a more of a classier photo, a portrait photo with less props, less big wigs and hats. So you're having a fun photo, but it's a photo you'd put up on your wall, or
Yeah.
a nice photo of you and your wife or your friends or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's can I just show and I think this is what why people sort of like Ultrabooth is that now I seen it. How old is this now?
3 years, isn't it?
3-year-old.
3-year-old now. Oh yeah, of course. Now when I seen this, I thought fair play, absolutely fair play to you, right? Because it says on here 5th birthday giveaway. So this is to celebrate 5 years of Ultrabooth, was it?
That's it, yeah.
And I thought this is why people. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every time that you go to a wedding and Ultrabooth are there, it's not just a photo booth. All the team are dressed, right? And you've seen them, James, as well. I mean, they're all in the different rows, or they've got different outfits on. They're all, they're all like in looking really sharp and slick, and I think that goes a long way as well. They're not just standing there, like it's all about the experience, isn't it? But this is again to me. Now this is. I'm just going to play it, and we'll watch it. Is that okay with you, Late?
Yeah.
Now, this is like a lot of companies just wouldn't bother doing anything like this, and I just think this just shows how much Leighton and his team go over and above for promotion and the experience and giving that experience of Ultrabooth as well at weddings. So we're just going to play it. It was quite cool. I quite like it, and I remember seeing it when it first came out, and I'm sure it's going to be exactly the same. Mind blowing again now. So we're just going to watch this now. It's a little bit of a promo.
You wonder where that is. It's just not far from Llangennith, down the Gower.
Is it?
Yeah.
I love it.
And the people behind it, Rediscover Media, they put the concert together and filmed it and got in like the drone crew and the script writers and things like that.
It's really good.
This is my cousin there. He's in the British team, gymnastics. Liam.
Are you allowed to say if you were one of these, or was that a hidden secret?
I'm not actually. I'm not in it at all.
No.
It's me with a horse's head on, but I'm actually behind the scenes fiddling with the lighting and
Yeah,
I'm not in it at all.
Magic mirror.
Oh, it's done really, really well.
Yeah, slick, innit?
Yeah. Professional as well. When you're looking at something like this, like you can tell you care about your company's image.
And I want, like
you could have just done a rubbishy video on your phone for that, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And as I said there, I want a Ultrabooth party. And I think that's just absolutely brilliant. Hats off to you. That's a lot of work gone into that. And I mean, it's good promotion, but there's a lot of work gone into that. And I think other companies wouldn't bother really, So hats off to you there. I just want to show that.
It was actually carrying those light up letters on top of the sand dunes. They're about 35 kilos each. We were going to put love up there. But after just putting the L and the V, I just said, let's just grab the ampersand. There's no way I'm shifting anymore. We had a generator as well. That wasn't right.
Yeah.
So that was hell of a graft, got to be honest.
It was fair play, absolutely brilliant. So so why did you end up going into photo booths? What was the reason behind it? Was it
reason I was still am a DJ, but I was more sort of nightclub based DJing, and I was kind of coming to the end of my days as a DJ because I didn't want to be the sad DJ in a nightclub that used to play to the people's parents that their kids are going there. So I was kind of looking to move into the wedding market, the wedding scene, and take from what I've learned in the clubs and pubs and running events and start doing sort of wedding DJing. So I'd done a couple of weddings, and then this photo booth opportunity just fell in front of me. Actually, it was my mother that went to a wedding, and there was a photo booth there that had come down from Hereford. And she told me about it, which I thought, oh, that sounds like a great idea. And my girlfriend at the time, who was a hairdresser, she had gone, her niece or someone had gone to a party, and there was another one there. And again, that one was from Oxford or somewhere. So it was kind of, I was like, what's this photo booth? I kind of was intrigued, and kind of thought that's a bit of a sign. So I done my research. There wasn't one company in Wales offering the oval-shaped photo booth. So I done my research, and I just loved what it was about. I just loved the fun and the entertainment, totally fresh. And I just went for it and bought one. And it just took off. So the wedding DJing side of things, it took a back seat then, because I was just busy doing, four photo booths a week, doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday wedding fairs, and buying 2, 3, 4, just keep, as the demand was coming in, just buying more photo booths. But kind of as it leveled off then, where more people bought photo booths, and, I was kind of diversified then, doing, I wanted to be more of a wedding entertainment supplier instead of just having, just the one photo booth.
With what you just said there, you started out and you were doing like one photo booth a week, and then you built up to 4. What's the most you've put out in a week or on a night? What's
the most I've done on a day, and it was in August 2 years ago. It was 22. 22 events in one day.
Wow,
that's insane.
It sounds good. It wasn't.
I bet it was really difficult to coordinate that.
It's honest to God, I think that's when I started going really great. Thank God I wouldn't say that all the events went smoothly, but they all happened.
Yeah.
Most of them were really good. A couple of hiccups, and I'd say we overstretched ourselves a little bit. There's some people. When you got doing 22 events, you really need a pool of about 40 staff. We probably had a pool of 30 staff. And people at middle of August, on a Saturday night, people wanted night offs. It was brilliant that we did 22 in one night, but it came with a lot of stress.
Yeah. I think it's part of the learning, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
What you can do, what you're not prepared to do, and so on.
Yeah, you kind of just learn from it, because my motto was always been make it happen. So we got one booth, and I remember buying the first one, and then that was like all my money gone. So then I thought, and I was going by this rule: if somebody inquires about a day 3 times and I'm fully booked, I'll just say, yeah, we'll take the book and buy another booth. So that was just kind of that's why I just went with that every time. So I keep an eye on a date. If 3 people ask the same date and we're fully booked, to buy no booth. So I just take the book in, and sometimes I take the book in. I wouldn't have enough money then to buy the booth, but always, every single time, it'd come round to that event that we take the book in for. I'd have enough money to buy another booth. Yeah. So we just kept rolling with that motto. But then what happens then? You overstretch yourself. So we went so big quite quick. But then you're not just dealing with buying a booth and doing an event. There's all staffing.
Yeah, the logistics of it.
There's loads of factors coming into that, and that weren't there when it's just you by yourself. But you kind of learn from that now, and then I think you just find your magic number then, and our magic number, which can run 100% successful, is about 15 on the same night.
Well, that's not a lot.
If you keep the 15, and then with the amount of staff we got and the equipment and the vans, that is doable, very successfully.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a brilliant number.
Yeah.
I just imagine, if you had 2 hiccups and you needed a new part for the 2 photo booths, and one was in Llanelli and one was in Monmouth. Like it must be crazy trying to do that.
When we're running 15 on the same night, we have 2 people on call. There'd be 2 people. They might not do anything all night, but they could be busy all night. You You get human error where somebody will forget something. It could be just something simple like, a spare paper and ink, and it's a busy wedding and you start running out. Or it could, yourself as a photographer, every camera's got a shutter life.
That's right.
And you don't know when that's coming.
No, every time I go to a wedding, I got 2 of everything just in case.
Yeah. So
and sometimes I got lenses I've never used because the other one is never broke, but it's got to be in my bag just in case,
I similarly, I'll carry 2 of everything. Maybe more sometimes, just even though, it sounds silly in comparison, but a deck of cards, if I very rarely drop the deck of cards, then, and it's wet, I can't use them. So I got to have backups. You got to be prepared.
But the mind as well, you're that safety net. You've got that. It's your support, and it's there if you need it. If you just go in blind, or you go in there with if anything goes wrong, you've got no spares. It's just that stress you don't need.
I think, though, again, listening to that, like, if I was booking a photo booth company, now I know, like, there can be no real hiccups at my wedding because you've got 2 staff on call ready to sort those problems out.
But worst case scenario, it's going to get delayed by an hour.
Yeah.
That's worst case scenario. But
it's not the end of the world, is it?
No, with the beauty with the photo booths, we can just go on an hour. It's a little bit harder if it's a band and someone hasn't turned up, or you delaying that first dance for an hour.
Yeah.
But with a photo booth, if it's you just had the hour on the other end. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. If say people wanted to book a photo booth later, how would they do it? What would the process be?
They'd make an inquiry, tell us their date, venue. We usually give them some options then, because some people just want a photo booth and not really aware of the different type of photo booth experiences available.
Yeah.
So we kind of make them aware, look, these are the photo booth experiences, mirrors, fee boxes, the traditional photo booths. And then, people make their own decision then. Some people go, I like the enclosed photo booths private, it's more fun, which is, that's dead right, and it is. They are more fun. You will have more fun inside a photo booth. And some people just like the full-length photo of the mirror, or they like the rustic feel of the V-box. It's kind of, it's what they want. So, but I kind of just give them all the options, and then they decide then which ones it's up to them.
Yeah.
Again, that's really good, isn't it? One of the reasons why I started or wanted to do the webcast was because for a lot of people, it's the first time they've ever hired a photo booth, isn't it? So they don't. Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily know the difference in an experience, and I would just think, I want a photo booth.
Yeah.
But really, you can have quite a different experience for you and your guests, depending on the options that you choose. And that's really good.
Right. You're dead right. Most, some people don't. Lots of people haven't been to weddings in 5 years.
Yeah.
So people who go to a lot of weddings because it's in that time of their life, and everyone, all their friends and family getting married. It's normally like a 5 year of, like, I've done weddings, and the next wedding, it's the same people for the next wedding. It's the same group of people that are all getting married at the same time. So all those people will be familiar with the fun photo booth. For somebody who hasn't been to a wedding for ages, it'll all be new. And if you just see one without experiencing it, you don't really get it. You have to kind of jump in there and have fun and laughter.
Have a go. Yeah, absolutely. And you are right. I know, obviously, because I'm a magician and I do weddings and I see magic every day and think about it. But I don't know whether that sounds sad. Yeah, but I do think about magic every day. But then for the vast majority of people I perform for weddings, they haven't seen a magician close up. So like, we take it for granted sometimes, don't we? But obviously you don't, and that's really good.
Yeah.
So should we chat about like some ideas we could come up with about helping entertain guests for the second part of the show? Do you want to stick around with us, like, just have a little chin mark?
Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So what we thought was, obviously you coming on with entertainment and stuff, James being a magician, we'd chat about, like, because we always think, like I said at the start of the show, that our weddings are perfect, and mine was perfect. I'm sure there was bits that went wrong, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It was my wedding, and I thought it was amazing. But
it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. I was there. Magician was
you
really
were,
good.
you were. That's right. Good gosh, it's like a reunion.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are times being a guest at a wedding, doesn't matter whose wedding it is. Sometimes there's a point, isn't there, that little lull where they're changing the room around, or all these little bits are happening because obviously some venues have got one room and you have to leave that room then for them to change the tablecloths and get rid of all the gravy over the table and stuff like that and whatever.
Yeah, more of a dance floor.
Yeah, that's right. Sort of sorting that out. But so I mean, there's a section there where I think you guys come in to entertain the guests, isn't it? Especially you, James, with magic.
Yeah, more specific times. I think it's not. I mean, every wedding. Let's be honest. We've all probably been to a boring wedding. I know I have. I mean, obviously, I'm never going to say what wedding it is or whatever, but there is definitely some weddings that are more fun and more enjoyable than others, isn't it? And it wasn't yours, Les. But yeah, there are those lull periods in every wedding, and I think people should be considering those. And whether you need to spend money or whether you can do something simple, that's something different.
Yeah.
But then you have also got, in evening parties where I know photo booths are really popular. Not everybody wants to dance all night.
Yeah.
People want to chat. People want to talk to their friends.
That's what I say to people, that you have to think at that time, that the time probably before 10:30, before people are drunk enough to want to dance. If it's a photo booth, if it's a casino table, whatever it is, give people an option and a zone. It's kind of a zone where people will congregate and have a chat as well.
Yeah.
Having sort of a bit of entertainment in a certain area will bring, it changes the dynamic. If people are just waiting, that lull, sitting down and just waiting for things to happen, can get a bit boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can.
And this is where we thought about like little ideas, and things I've sort of seen. I made a little list here. In fact, it's not little at all. It's an absolutely massive list, right, of stuff that I've seen over the years, and I thought which was quite cool. Like, and
that's just ladies' questions, Les.
Just like, but I mean, stuff like obviously magician, right? Because obviously that draws people in. Oh, what's going on here? And everybody sees that sort of like wow sort of factor, and then everybody's running over to it saying, oh, what's he doing, because people are laughing and gasping at this wonderful close-up magic and stuff. So I think that's sort of cool stuff like that. Obviously with a photo booth, because that's an area where they congregate around, which I thought was really, really cool. Do you know what I love it a lot? I've seen it a lot recently. Is it people doing their own gin bars? Now obviously you have to check this out with the different venues and stuff. They probably charge corkage and stuff for stuff like that. I don't know. But I seen one venue, one wedding, and they'd set up this old rustic little bar, and they had little old bottles of gin all over and different botanics to go in there and things like that. And I thought that was amazing. Loads of people congregated around it.
Isn't it? You're giving people an experience.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it was an absolutely brilliant idea. It was really, really good. Like, and like pimp your drinks and stuff. Seen all them sort of stations where you can put like, I don't know, they give away like prosecco and stuff, and you can put stuff in your drinks and stuff to make it all sparkly.
Little sparklers and umbrellas and whatever.
One for the ladies' eye, like a pint, like No, I'll be in there.
You're a cocktail man, Les.
I do like a cocktail.
Yeah.
I do love a cocktail.
Should we have a go at naming as many wedding entertainment things as we can?
Yeah, do it. You start.
Well, we said magician, so I'll go with I done a Buddhist wedding in St. Fagans, and they had a storyteller, and they took all the guests to like an outdoor amphitheater, and that's what they had. Obviously, these things are not for everybody, but that's something that I saw that I've never seen before or after.
I've been to a wedding. There was a fortune teller there.
That's on the list.
That was on my list.
Was it?
Yeah, fortune teller.
It was actually a famous person's wedding in Cardiff Castle.
Did you have your fortune told?
No, my missus did.
Oh.
Yeah, she came back. She was very happy.
Oh, no.
Did a fortune teller tell you 22 booths late is stretching yourself. So what's yours then, Les?
I'm going to go back to my wedding. I'm going to cheat and go back to mine. So basically, I tasked my son with and my stepdaughter if they could pick 2 services. So my stepdaughter picked the photo booth, hence Leighton came in.
Good choice.
And my son picked, he was a lot younger at the time, and he picked a bucking bronco. Now, I thought, do I want a bucking bronco at my wedding? But I promised him that was what they decide, that's what we'll get. If he'd said I want an elephant there, I would have tried my best to get an elephant there. Do you know what I mean? That was the deal. So we got a bucking bronco in, and I was thinking, okay, but you know what? Everybody loved the bucking bronco.
Yeah, I remember that being popular.
A few beers and a bucking bronco. I did it for the kids, but believe me, the adults were pushing the kids out the way, going, "Hey, I'm in this queue first." Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. It went down really well, like so. Yeah, bucking bronco worked for me.
The next one for me is retro gaming. I don't know whether this is like more of a genre, because they have like the racing cars, don't they? The virtual ones, and people have all those different things. But I've seen the old school ones like Whack Attack.
Yeah.
Those type of retro machines, and like Pac-Man in the glass tables.
Brilliant,
which is quite cool. Yeah. So that's my next one.
I love that.
I tell you what, a lot of venues won't allow it now, but it brings so much fun. Is kind of when you get a glitter girl in, so then people just go up and get glitter done. So you get men in there, you know what I mean? You get a little bit of Disney character or something. But we had it for our engagement party, and it was amazing. Everyone had had a couple of drinks. Everyone was just piling the glitter on. That's good.
That's cool.
That's really cool. In fact, I had that on my list as well.
Oh, did you really?
I'm not just saying it because I was going to say that some venues don't allow it now because glitter's a bit naughty in it.
Oh, it's hard to clean. I know that.
It's got to be biodegradable and all that stuff now, isn't it, these days? So but glitter stuff and stencils, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Cool.
So there we are.
He's writing that down now, not crossing her off.
And crossing her off. I think also for me, some venues again, obviously some of these go on what venue you're at, but food vendors, like street food and stuff, and catering vans, parked around the place. I just like that vibe in a wedding. I think that's an absolutely brilliant. You can go up and get some nice Thai food, or even if it's just like a hot dog, a classic hot dog. Do you know what I mean? I think it's.
I think if people want to experience that, I do. I perform quite a lot at the Pump House in Barry, and they always have street food vendors, different ones every week outside.
Although the food. We just had a comment in now, right, which is a great idea. Giant screen Guitar Hero.
Oh, wow!
Yes,
that would be cool.
Yeah,
absolutely cool.
God, I bought the giant screen this week.
Brilliant! Imagine that.
One of these inflatable ones, a big inflatable screen. It's 4 meters wide and 3 meters tall. It'd be perfect for that.
Yeah. Guitar Hero. Or I can remember buying the Guitar Hero set with the drums and just being addicted to it. Yeah. Just couldn't get off it. I love that.
Love it.
Is it my turn?
Oh, I tell you what would be a good one in a wedding.
Yeah.
Have you seen the film Big?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen that piano they jump on in the toy store?
Yeah.
What do they do? What song do they play?
Chopsticks.
Chopsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Class.
Yeah. That would be class. My turn. Caricaturist. I don't know if I pronounced that properly. But I think most people know Picasso, and I know there's other people that do it. But I've loved watching him work because he's so funny, and it's like it's more of a presentation than merely drawing.
Oh, quick! He's super quick as well. I can't.
I've been waiting to have a photo done by Picasso Griffiths for ages, and because you always see him at weddings, but obviously I'm working, so I feel really cheeky just saying, "Oh, draw me." And sitting there for while I should be working. So I've never had one, and I saw him in a wedding fair, and he promised he'd do one for me and done one, and I'm so chuffed I got one. It's like some sort of piece of art, like, you know what I mean? I've been waiting for years to get one off him.
I get two. I have.
Huh?
I get two of them. Yeah.
I haven't got any.
Me and Johnny, and by myself. One was at a wedding, I was like wedding guest, and the other one was like for St. David's. They had their Christmas party, and he was there, and he had 5 minutes, and we jumped in, me and Johnny.
He is good, isn't he? He's very good.
Yeah, he is. He is
Amazing.
okay.
And like the photo booths with our stuff, people get to take that away, don't they? And that's memories of your wedding day, if you know, and that's really important.
What did you have in your wedding?
Me?
Yeah.
Entertainment wise, what didn't we have?
Yeah.
During the daytime, we had a magician. We had Phil J.
He's awesome.
And we had a acoustic singer as well. What is his name? It'll come to me now. So we had that was in the day. So he did the ceremony music, and then the canapes and drinks outside. We fortunate enough, we had fantastic weather. So you had the magician outside, and you had the acoustic singer.
Yeah,
that was amazing. Inside, then we had boutique disco. Grant, fantastic.
Yeah,
DJ.
Grant. Yeah,
DJ. He DJ'd the warm up, and then you had iPop that came on from Music HQ. They did a set, and then a DJ came back on, and we had a saxophone player there as well.
Oh wow!
Plus, obviously, we had photo booth there with Marioki with a sing along video, and we had a V box.
Nice.
And we had a couple of effects, and we had some for our first dance. We had some indoor fireworks and confetti.
And you got married to Ferial, right?
Ferial, yeah.
Mark Smith, you photographer?
Yeah, we got the record as well. We still hold the record for the most money taken behind the bar one day. I'll tell you what, it was on a school night as well. It was on a Monday.
Oh, brutal.
Right? So,
Mark was your photographer, wasn't he?
Mark Smith was the photographer. And we had Steve Ratcliffe doing the video for us.
Yeah, both top guys, Fipley.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite things from my wedding was a Marioki. Like looking back now, it's really, really good fun. And it's one of the things I'm most fond of watching.
Yeah. They're hilarious, isn't they?
They are hilarious. Yeah.
So much fun.
I remember looking at it and thinking, I'm not too fast on that. But I'm so glad that we had it, because it was incredible.
It kind of just sees can be a bit cringe, some of them, but it just sees a different.
That's the fun in it, though.
It just sees a different side of the wedding. It's not the wedding video. It is just fun. It's just, a lot of
That's right.
Quite drunk, having a lot of fun.
That's
with
right.
the bride and groom just being the stars of the show.
Because let's not beat around the bush. Most of well, I'm not saying most at all. I'm not judging everybody who has a drink. There's plenty of teetotalers at weddings, but I would say that when you guys come in for your shifts, generally it's that lull moment, isn't it, where they're changing the room around and they're getting ready for the evening to start, etc. I mean, people have had a few drinks by then, haven't they?
Yeah. Some people have had a lot.
That's right.
There's a free bar going on.
I'd say most people have had at least a few by the evening.
You kind of have 2 rounds. It's funny when you're setting up, you see the night guest coming in, and you're like, "Come on, jump in the booth." "Oh, I'll be back later now." And then the day guests, they've been there all day, so they pile in the booth first. And
I think what I liked about you guys is that it is difficult to just walk up. We'd always a bit like this, and we walk into a wedding and you think, "Oh, there's a photo booth there," but you don't want to be the first one in, and it's a bit like, "Oh, what do I do?" sort of thing, But you guys are always really like, "Oh, come on, come in and have a go." And it just eases you a little bit, which is I think is really good, really.
Yeah, and I have seen, and I'm not just saying this because you're on your light. I have seen other photo booths and people just stand there like on their phone, and it just doesn't look professional or welcoming at all. There's no engagement.
I say to the guys, this is either the best job in the world or the worst, because you can stand by that booth and not speak to anyone all night, or play with your phone or wherever it is, and it's going to drag. But if you get involved, if you make a fuss of everyone, if you make everyone feel special and get involved and have if they want a photo, they'll jump in, have a photo, time will fly by and you'll get to know people and have a crack.
Yeah. That's right.
It's the best way, the time flies by, and you're kind of a wedding guest by the end of the night, because you've got
We spoke about that in a couple of previous episodes, didn't we? Where you just feel you become part of the wedding party, don't you? If it's done properly.
And I think you've got to know to fit in. You can't be sticking out. Like, you know, you're there for a job. I understand that they're hiring you for a service, but that doesn't mean that you can just, you know,
No.
I think you've got to blend in, and I think that's credit to good
Yeah.
service. Really.
Can I ask, Late? You said indoor fireworks. I've never heard of that, but that sounds intriguing and dangerous.
Well, they're called spark streams. They use titanium granules, like titanium filings. So they go into a machine with a fan that heats up these titanium filings, and they come out like sparks. But they're cold to touch. They're fantastic. They're cold to touch.
That's really
You can
clever. I've never
literally
seen
put
that.
your hand over them, and all you can feel is the sharp feel of sort of iron filings or titanium filings hitting your hands. But there's no heat there.
Wow. Have you ever seen that, Les? I've never seen it.
I've never seen no.
I'll tell you where I seen it. I actually didn't see, I felt it for the first time. It's not that I seen it. I was doing an event up in Skegness for a holiday park, Park Dean Holiday Park. And we were doing a magic mirror, some light up letters, and I was doing the kind of paparazzi photography. You know, when people just come on arrival.
Yeah.
But you know what it's like, you end up just taking photos anyway. So I was up on the stage. Something was going on by the stage. I was up on the stage taking photos. Next minute, I could feel something sharp hitting me on the backside. And I looked, and this machine is like sparks, you know, going up my backside. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I look over, and they had like a big AV company there. And there was a guy pointed at me, laughing and telling me get off the stage. That's my first seen them. I felt them, I should say.
Wow. Do they look cool, though? I guess.
It might be on the website. If you look on Starlight Dance Floor on the website, it might be a video on there.
Yeah. That's good. That's cool, though. I think if there's any bride and grooms, you know, that are tuning in and watching this, looking for something different, that sounds really cool.
It was on my for the first dance, and I remember it well because I was really excited because it was the first wedding in Wales to have these sparks because I had found them totally by chance, and I was like, right, I'm getting these. And my missus said to me when I bought them, she goes, "You're not doing a wedding with these until you do ours first." So I had them about 6 months before I actually did the wedding, which was how
you do them? You provide them as well, do you, Late?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I remember on our first dance, we had Wonderwall, like a remix of Wonderwall. It's kind of like tropical house, if you know what that music is. Kind of a bit housey, but more slowed down to about 110, 115 BPM. A bit of a build.
DJ's coming out to him now.
DJ.
BPM.
And it's quite a bit of a build-up in there. And I knew these sparks were coming because I planned it. And I remember them going off. And do you know, there's just a big wow in the crowd. You could go, wow! Do you know, everyone was just shocked. They couldn't believe it. Like, amazing.
Yeah, sounds amazing, Fitplay.
That's what you want in your wedding, isn't it? That's what I want on my wedding. Like, that's what you want.
Fireworks, definite.
Those moments.
Okay, right. So moving on. So let's talk about children a minute. How do we keep kids entertained? Because I mean, you always see kids at weddings. Sometimes you see loads. Sometimes you see a select few. But I mean, I think the hustle and bustle of a wedding for children is really good, but it'll quickly then become a little bit bored for them, I guess. Because all the excitement is gone. They've seen the bride walking down the aisle with a wonderful dress on, like a fairy tale. So after all that's done, I mean, there's a part where the children are a bit more. You see it anyway as a service. They sort of sprinting around on their knees and stuff, and sliding down the dance floor and things, which is amazing for them. But I'm just thinking, like, so I had a little look, and like it was a good idea of like a treasure hunt for children, which I never thought of.
Yeah. I think that's really good.
Placing stuff around the venue and giving the children like little clues where to find stuff, like an Easter egg hunt, I guess. But like,
that's a good idea.
But I thought that it'd probably take about half hour to set up, but it'd keep them going for an hour or so. Do you know what I mean? Which I thought was a brilliant idea. I never thought of it.
And it doesn't cost anything, does it?
No,
it's just setting it up. You know, if it does cost, it's not going to cost a lot.
A couple of bars of chocolate or something, or whatever.
Or Easter eggs.
I tell you what, there's a company in Swansea. called Prim and Pamper. They're called. They do these little like wigwam tents. You seen that? They're
Yeah.
I've seen those. They're cool.
They're really cool for young kids. For little girls to like play inside.
Yeah. Because they are kids are important, and they sometimes do get overlooked because there's a lot of stuff to think about in weddings. I think keeping them entertained is good. I also was at a wedding where a double-decker bus came in. I don't know how much this cost, mind. I mean, it'd probably cost a fortune for a double-decker bus, but it was a crash. So it had like all soft play and stuff in there.
Yeah, I've seen something like that.
That's absolutely brilliant. Big red double-decker bus full of games. That's right, Ty. Was on the top was like gaming, like a gaming station and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's cool. All the have you seen the I can't remember what it's called. Is it the race hat or something they called? Where they have a truck full of Formula One.
Yeah.
Lee does it, dealer party.
Yes.
Race Cave, is it? Is that it?
Yeah, Race Cave, that's it. Yeah. And it was a bit like that on top. So it had about 4 cars that you could sit in and play each other. I just thought it was a brilliant idea, like, really good life.
Yeah. But it's a tough thing keeping the kids entertained, isn't it? I on my wedding, my son, he's 7 now, but he was 5, 6 at the time. And he was having little lulls of boredom. We brought all his wrestlers for him to play with in a ring, so that gave him a bit of fun. That was what entertained him. He was asking the guests for money. He did quite well with that. It wasn't his original idea. Sam, my wife's cousin Alex, he started it off. He said to him, for a photo, we'll have a photo of me, Bo. And Bo said no. He goes, I'll give you a £5 for a photo of me. And then that's what got him going with money. But what he was doing in the end, and he even caught the band as well, which I thought was pretty key. He was giving them, he goes, if I give you 50 pence, will you give me £1? And he was just going around people, exchanging like a coin for £1. But lots of people were like giving him notes and things. And
being from a band background, right?
I think he had about 140 quid.
Wow.
Being from a band background, if he caught that band for any money, he must have been really good.
Yeah, he caught.
We don't part with money.
5-piece band. He caught them all.
Good gosh.
Because Ryan, the drummer from iPop, I seen him a couple of weeks later. I think he lent something like a trussing or something, and he goes, give this to your boy, because he didn't have anything on him on the night. So I think he gave me a £5 to give to my son.
Brilliant.
That's quite a good idea.
What did you have, James?
I didn't have a lot. I had a band, a DJ. This is what I can remember. I was too drunk during my wedding, to be honest, and I'm not a drinker. I obviously had a magician. James Piper was the magician in my wedding.
Oh, yeah, for James.
And I don't know if we had much else, to be honest. My wife might say different.
Yeah, you probably would can't remember a lot of it.
No, I think that was about it, though. I think, we got married a little bit later on, so yeah.
Are you telling me you didn't take a pack of cards, though?
Well, I did take it, yeah, but I didn't think that it was really my place for me to be going around doing magic tricks on people during my wedding.
No, that's just sad, isn't it?
No, my wife wouldn't have been happy with that at all. Plus, James is really good anyway, and at the time we were really, really good friends. And in fairness to him, I think he didn't stop all day. So it was magic for about 8 hours.
Yeah, he's good fit, Mr. Piper. He's my neighbour, in fact. He lives right behind me.
No, he does actually, yeah.
He does.
Face painting is probably another good one for kids.
Yeah, I was going to say, damn. Idea pincher.
The one gone.
Tattoo station as well.
Tattoo station.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know you told me that earlier, Les, but I was already thinking of it. For adults and children. So you can do like the spray-on tattoos, but for adults as well, you can do I was at the wedding and they'd done like the henna tattoos.
I was at the wedding where they'd done the bride and groom's names, so Mr. and Mrs. Davis, as a tattoo, and everybody's walking around with them on their heads and stuff. And I mean, I know it's
That's
silly,
cool.
but it's just it's just fun, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And it's just little things that people can queue up for and just to bide some time, like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ice
I had a
cream,
couple more.
Ice cream. I love an ice cream cart.
Joe's Ice Cream, if they do a wedding service.
Cracking, like I love ice cream.
I know they do it in Swansea area. I'm not sure if they do it out to Swansea, but I've seen a couple of times in the King Arthur where they've had Joe's Ice Cream there. You know,
Silent Disco as well. I enjoyed the Silent Disco one.
Yeah, Silent Disco's one.
Yeah.
Love the Silent.
Somebody's told me about this. I've never actually seen it, but a neon juggler. So it's like a glow in the dark juggling act.
Yeah.
So I've never seen that, but apparently that was really good. It was like a showpiece.
Yeah.
And I tell you what I wanted, right? And I didn't have, but I wish I did. But I think it would be in class, like a circus act, and like fire breathers and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that was on my list. I told you that earlier as well.
Like, you know, I literally I wanted fire breathers, but they were so difficult to find.
Yeah. Oh, they
fired it, and then obviously there's regulations with the venues and stuff and things like that. But I thought like fire breathers and people on stilts doing trick.
You got the room in Lequin Hall, haven't you?
I did in Lequin, yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing outside.
Yeah.
I know a fire eater. His name's Luke Bingham, and he's really, really good at it. But what's nice about it, as long as it's decent weather, you can do it outside. So it's a nice showpiece then in the evening. But same as fireworks. Obviously, a lot of people have fireworks as well, don't they? Outdoor ones. So yeah, but I mean, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen a wedding that do it. Like a laser show could be good.
Yeah, laser show.
Like shooting in the sky, you mean?
Yeah. Shooting in the sky. I don't know if you could use some kind of like fog or smoke or but yeah, it'd be good if you could create like a, you know, there's no noise either then with fireworks. It's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, if a laser show was fireworks, be class.
I think we'll all be finishing this episode with about 50 things we're considering buying.
You got that's one thing I always say to brides is kind of don't overdo it.
That's right. Very true.
But they want like a million things, and I'm like, well, you don't need those things.
Yeah.
Well, light up letters is one where they want like loads of light up letters, and I'm like, your wedding's just gonna look like a Christmas tree. You just don't need them.
Yeah. I think the beauty of light up letters is that they stand out. So if you had loads everywhere, it doesn't really do that, does it?
No. Well, and you've got to consider the venue. It's like the horses. Like if you put the 5 foot letters in there, you should only have the initials and the ampersand, because there's just nowhere to put them. Yeah. You know, where people are going to see them all the time.
But, do you know with them?
Go on.
No, sorry, carry on.
No, go on. It's
was it the process of booking wedding entertainment is always one that I think of, and I may be wrong with this. I know, obviously, with Les, this isn't true, but I find that people kind of book everything and then think about booking the wedding entertainment last. Do you think of that kind of? No, because they get a venue, photographer, dress, maybe not in that order. Decide who's going, and then at the end think, oh, well, you know, what can we do to?
Yeah, and you know, I have had brides book a photo booth before anything else, even venue, because
me too.
Not so much now. Kind of when they were, you know, the massive craze. I've had that a few times that's been booked, and even a groom. But yeah, I'd say generally most weddings they leave in the entertainment. So they're always thinking about it, but it's kind of the last thing they put together.
Last thing they do.
But I think it's super important, and it doesn't have to be, you know, don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to be a magician, it doesn't have to be a photo booth.
Oh no, definitely no.
I mean, we're not here saying, yeah, you've got to have a magician, you've got to have a photo booth. It's what your preference is, isn't it? So you have what you want. But I mean, not everything needs to cost a lot of money either. There's plenty of ways to entertain people, children, you know, for next to nothing really. It's just a little bit of thought, isn't it? And what, like a craft table, for kids to sit at. I mean, you could pick craft stuff up for next to nothing really. just to keep them busy for an hour or two, like, and it's just little things like that which make a difference, I think. But yes, right. I think us wedding entertainment exhausted, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got one, guys.
Well,
Yeah,
bang
we've
on as well,
covered
haven't we?
loads.
Pretty good. Right. Late, I want to thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Late.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. So anybody, if you're watching this back on the post show, then photo booths, floors, what have you got? Frozen yogurt still doing all that? Like,
yeah. We did mention that.
What's that?
Which one is it?
Chocolate kebab.
I've seen those. They look cool, like the shawarma things. They lush.
That's a good one. That's kids love that.
Yeah. So anything entertainment wise, go to ultrabooth.co.uk. Speak to Leighton and his team. I can't recommend them enough. Absolutely brilliant. Always go over and above. And like I said, if they ain't at a wedding, there's something wrong. They're more than vicars, let me tell you that. and that just shows, doesn't it, that people respect your service, like. So yeah, hats off to you, fella.
Yeah, nice.
And I also say, well done for raising so much money. Do you want to quickly just talk about that, the money raising thing, which you not the booth, but something I think you should have credit for.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, well, obviously we all went down on lockdown back in March 20th when it was announced. And sort of, like I said, my deep background in DJing clubs and bars and, even a stunt abroad. I just decided I was going to just do like a classics, like house set or a trance set. And kind of a friend of mine who used to DJ a lot together, Ed Kerno, we were chatting and he was thinking of the same thing. So we said, all right, let's do it together. You play the first set and I'll play the second set and we'll just invite all our friends to listen. So we did it first week. We had about 400 people watching and it was just, everyone was going on, but it was brilliant. It was kind of an escape from reality. Everyone is stuck in the house and everyone's partying in the kitchen, getting the drinks down. And one of the guys that was helping us out on the tech, whether like you guys, you're doing the streaming here, so we're using Restream was the one we still use. He suggested, set up a Just Giving page, for the local NHS. So that was set up. We set a target of 300 quid, and we thought, right, we'll see what happens. And I think off that first show live for the NHS, I think we'd done about $5,000 for NHS.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we kept the link going, the Just Giving link. So the following week we did a fancy dress party, and a lot of local businesses then donated, like hotel stays and a night at the Secret, like a VIP thing there. There's a new gym opening, Funky Pump Gym. They give a free annual membership for a family.
Wow.
And over the next couple of weeks, where we did different things, different businesses sponsoring the show, it was £10,300.
Wow!
I'll give
you a clap.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was £10,300, and we went up to the Morrison Hospital, and we presented the check there. One of those massive, those huge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing! Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. It's still going now. We're still collecting now, where people are buying t-shirts. The night is called Kitchen Lockdown, so we've got a little bit of merchandise, t-shirts and things like that, and a couple of other businesses have sponsored the show. So there's still more money there in the kitty to donate. We just decided where to put it. So live again. We're live again 3:00 this Sunday.
Tune in, and that's on Facebook, yeah.
On Kitchen. If you look for Kitchen Lockdown, you'll find a Facebook page, and it'll be live from there.
There we are.
Wow,
Late, you're a good guy. Thank you so much. Good guy, good service. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Same goes for both you. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, man.
Take it easy, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Wow, that's an informative episode. That is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lots of ideas. It's my streak is continuing of things that I'm learning every single time.
Mm.
Yeah, and I had a big long list too, and there was stuff that I've never seen or heard of, which I think sound incredible. So
I think we
I
have
think
a lot of information there for entertaining guests, which is good for a bride and
absolutely.
groom. Also, we got some comments here. Sunburnt. No, it's not. It's the pressure.
It might be me.
It's the pressure to do the show. It is. Thanks, Steve. That's one of my mates. Yeah, I thought he'd say something. There we are. And obviously Alex is in, which is lovely. I know Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Yeah. Cool. So that's episode 4 done. So we are usually fortnightly.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surprise, isn't it?
But now, do you want to? Have we spoke about it? I can't remember.
We haven't spoke about it on there. No, I alluded to something at the beginning.
Open up your illusion then.
I'm going to open it right up. So the plan was always going to be fortnightly, but at the moment we've got so many people that we can talk to. We've got so many issues and topics to talk about that we've decided for the time being that we're going to be live every single week.
Yeah, we're going to do it for the foreseeable future until things pick
Till
back
anything
up.
changes.
And we'll go back to fortnightly. I don't think it's something we're going to stop because lockdown hopefully will stop in coming months or whenever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the news, the weddings are coming back-ish in England.
Well, certainly in England, yeah.
Yeah. So there's hope for us all. So fingers crossed for that. So yeah, we are going live every Tuesday night, 7:30 on Facebook and YouTube. And next week's guest, I believe we got a real bride in who haven't actually got married yet, but is going to be telling us how she's booked stuff, so things which has been stressful, things which she found really easy, etc., etc.
I think what's good about that as well is that she won't mind us saying that she's had to rebook her wedding because of COVID.
Yeah.
So it'd be really interesting to discuss that experience with her as well and how seamless that was and any tips she's got for other brides and maybe going through it now.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, because things seem to be changing, but just in case.
That's very true. So, I mean, and there's, Kath, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The weddings will go. Kath's one of my brides, and yeah, it's a crazy time for us all, Kath. But we'll get there. Either way, it'll happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a bride coming on next week who's going to be discussing the rearrangement of her wedding due to COVID, which I think is going to be really, really interesting. So any other brides and grooms out there want to join in.
And any past ones as well. That's the other thing you mentioned, isn't it? If you've been married and you've got tips that you want to pass on, please feel free to join in live or just write on the Facebook page or email us and we'll make sure we include it. Very
true. So I think that's us all chatted out about weddings, Jim.
All done.
See you Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Yep, see you Tuesday.
He was just going to say, see you next Tuesday.
I was going to say that.
We'll leave it there.
On that wonderful note. Take care. Goodbye.
Take care.